President Barack Obama was accused by prosecution lawyers of being in contempt of court after failing to show up for a birther hearing in Georgia that seeks to establish whether he is eligible to appear on the state ballot in November. As we reported earlier this month, so-called birthers, those who claim there is evidence to suggest Obama was not born in the United States, hailed a judge's decision to hear the case as a potential roadblock to Obama even being permitted to run for a second term in the White House. Lawyers for area residents mounting birther challenges told Deputy Chief Judge Michael Malihi that Obama should be found in contempt of court for not appearing when under subpoena to do so. But Malihi did not indicate he would recommend that, and cut off one lawyer when he criticized Obama for not attending the hearing, reports the Atlanta Journal-Constitution.
Late this morning, attorneys wrapped up a hearing on a birther allegation that could keep President Barack Obama off the Georgia primary ballot. Channel 2's Carol Sparge was there and is live in downtown Atlanta with the plaintiffs' fight against the president. Carol.
Well, Fred, those who filed the lawsuits had requested that President Obama and his attorney be here in the courtroom this morning. They did not show up. The plaintiffs say that President Obama is not really a U.S. citizen. It was a packed courtroom, and those who filed suit alleging President Obama is not a U.S. citizen and should be kept off the primary ballot in Georgia because of that. One witness testified that President Obama's father wasn't a citizen. He was a citizen of Africa. Others testified there were signs that President Obama had a fraudulent Social Security number. The counsel to the president has asked the Georgia Secretary of State to intervene and bring these lawsuits to a halt, arguing that courts have already determined across the country and other courts that there's no validity to these claims. Those representing those filing suit argue otherwise.
This man is a complete fraud. He is using a forged birth certificate. He is using a stolen Social Security number. This is unacceptable. This man is just making a joke out of this country.
Now, the judge asked all of the attorneys to file briefs by February 5th. He is then expected to make a ruling after that. We are live in downtown Atlanta. Carol Sparge, Channel 2 Action News.
It shows not just a contempt for this court, but contempt for the judicial branch, lawyer Van Arian told Malihi. Earlier this week, Obama's lawyer, Michael Jablonski, requested that Secretary of State Brian Kemp suspend the hearing, claiming it was not a legitimate issue, and insisting he and his client would boycott the hearing. However, Kemp fired back, warning that the hearing was necessary under Georgia law, and that Obama and Jablonski's failure to participate would be at your own peril. Attendants packed the Georgia courtroom yesterday for the trial brought by residents who affirm that Obama was born in Kenya, making him ineligible to be U.S. president. The judge in Georgia is expected to make a final ruling on the case after February 5th, by which time attorneys are required to file their briefs.